Tell us where you're seeing attacker advantage grow fastest, and what is it that security teams need to do to change it up, or even to keep up with what's coming their way?
Sure, and you're absolutely spot on with the idea that it's economics driving it. It's just like, I sit there and my board tells me, how do you actually do more? Can you replace people? Can you augment people? Every attacker group is thinking exactly the same thing. And we're already starting to see ways in which that is changing the attacks that go through. Think about, like, most stuff still comes in through email. It's getting a conversation going, trying to get your credentials. Used to be I had to kind of create those emails and send them out to lots of people. Now an AI will go write that for me. It'll get to know you. It'll kind of tease out the conversation before asking you for those details.
Match the style, match the tone.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like you can do that at scale now with AI, but you couldn't ever do as an attacker before. And then we're even starting to see people using, Claude Code or other platforms to even think about how might they go and research 0 days. You used to have to make a large investment as an attacker to find one of those. Now I can go and run AI to find its way through different elements like that. So I think that speed, that change is going to challenge defenders quite a bit. In terms of how you respond, well, you fight fire with fire. You start to put AI agentic platforms in from the security operation side, and the challenge for security is the enterprise is always moving. You think about it, you're sitting there as a security professional, and the next thing you know, the engineering team has decided to go off and open up some new set of services, or your business application team have moved some stuff to the cloud or changed the cloud platforms. And we forget, but we have all these pipes, all of these connections, and our enterprises are now distributed across all of these things. So unless you're really looking at what's going between all of the different enclaves or areas that you have as an organization, you're not watching all of the exit doors, you're not watching the corridors, you're not seeing where attackers can move, because you haven't instrumented your organization that way. I bring some things into my own virtual data center, I use a partner to do it. And that continual movement and change just makes it harder and harder for a defender to understand what's going on, be able to kind of watch all the networks. That's why we're always pushing customers are think about how do you get visibility across all of that. I don't know if you saw the recent announcement by CodeWall, a white hat group who went after McKinsey. 2 hours from sitting outside, find its way through in, get read-write access, grab a load of stuff across everything, move it out. But it was a good visibility or reminder to everyone that these things are out there and to look for. I don't know that we are, as an industry, yet good at articulating and explaining the risk that you take on as you move things from cloud to cloud and as you re-architect. And so, boards are always going to be looking for that bit. But you think about what's happened recently. Everyone's rushing to put AI in without thinking about the guardrails you put in to protect the investment you're making.
Talk to us about the architectural choices that separate resilient organizations from those who may be at more risk over these next few years. What do you see as the differential?
Yeah, for us at Gigamon, I think what we're seeing kind of forward-leaning organizations think through is moving away from having lots and lots of kind of vertically integrated tool stacks, seeing something on network, seeing something on the endpoint, and trying to build a whole, monitoring, detection, and visualization capability on those, and starting to think more horizontally. Let me give you an example. So, if you're sitting there and you're moving, you've got workloads talking to other workloads, and some may be in the cloud, some may be in your virtual data center, some may even be a legacy application. Many of the large enterprises we work with will still have those. If you think about how do I make sure I can see all of that traffic that's running across all of those endpoints, and I can discover when new things are connected to my network or when new services are spun up, then I get to look for kind of shadow AI, things that might be brought in by someone just trying to develop, maybe a new way of doing things. And you've also got that plumbing in place or that visibility in place that you can start to build on top. So, we always talk about visibility layer, then a storage layer like a data lake, and then capabilities on top of that.
What does deep observability change for detection and response when it's done well?
Yeah, so I've been in cybersecurity for about 20 years or so. In the last 5 years, I've been kind of talking to CISOs saying, okay, you've got an endpoint strategy, right? You're walking around like this. You've got one eye. Great. You don't bump into things, but you've got no perception of depth. As soon as you've got network visibility, what we call deep observability, across your entire infrastructure, then you get both eyes open. You can actually see what's going on, so you can pivot between something that your endpoint's telling you to use the network to find out what else is out there, discover new endpoints, rogue assets, look for risky conversations, And working between the two of those is really what you need to do as a security professional.